Guys, we know next Friday that Amir Khan will be taking on Billy Dib in a fight which he must win. And I think Amir Khan, after the performance against Terence Crawford, took a lot of criticism. This is a fight which most people would be expecting him to win. And I think he's got to put on a performance. He must put on a performance. He must do it in devastating fashion. Amir Khan still wants to fight some of the top guys. And I've said I think he's not the fighter he was. And he's way past his best. But I think if he wants to fight with Pacquiao, if he wants these other big fights, Brook, you know, the Brook fight where he wants people to tune in, I think it's very important for Amir Khan to put on a show against Billy Dib and blast him out of there. He needs to blast him out of there. We can't have another Sammy Vargas performance. He needs to do a Phil LaGreco. He needs to go in there and absolutely dismantle him. I know people will say it's Billy Dib, but nevertheless, you know, he's a former world champion. He was a good fighter. But Amir Khan needs to go in there and put on a performance and put on a display. If he wants to be in contention for these other big fights with Pacquiao, Brook, you know, he needs to go and put in a great performance. If he doesn't, and he gets knocked down or doesn't look great, then you can say bye bye to those big fights, and you can probably say bye bye to his career, because, like I said, I think he's on a cliff edge right now, and it won't take much for the fans to push him over, because, like I said, I think the fans have already given up on him, and I think the only way he can kind of restore a little bit of pride, I'm not going to say by even destroying Billy Dib. People are going to say, well, oh, he's back. No, because people have saw what he was like against a top fighter in Crawford, and he looked completely out of sorts. So even by dismantling him, but if he wants to be in contention, you know, you might be able to sell a Kell Brook fight. You might be able to sell a Manny Pacquiao fight. But he needs to go in there and put in the performance. He needs to go and make a statement, because his last performance against Crawford was awful. And like I said, it didn't leave much to be desired, if I'm honest with you. It was a really bad performance, and it was a bad performance because Crawford was so good and Amir Khan was so bad and not the fighter we once knew or saw. So, you know, he needs to go in there and really put on a clinical display and performance against Billy Dib. It's a must. It's a must. If he wants his career to continue and for him to be in contention for these big fights, then unfortunately he has to go in there and watch this guy in maybe a minute or 2 minutes. So he needs to get him out of there in the first round. He needs to put in a great performance. Otherwise, you know, like I said, I think it's just going downhill. I thought he would do that with Niraj Goyal, and I think he'll do that with Billy Dib. I don't think he'll have a problem, or he shouldn't have a problem. This isn't a fight where he can go in and just win. He needs to win in style. And when I mean win in style, he has to go in there and blast them out quick. Otherwise, like I said, you got to realize, when you go from Billy Dib, if you don't look good against Billy Dib, and then you're going from that to Pacquiao, you're going from that to Brook, or, you know, guys of that level, yeah, it's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult, and the fans are probably going to have you as a heavy underdog if you don't look good against Billy Dib. So he needs to go in there and put in a performance for him to, you know, gain a little bit of credibility back after the Crawford fight. But what do you guys think? Leave your thoughts. Let me know what you think about this fight. And guys, remember to please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.